I joined Sun Summit Minerals about 9 months ago in January. My background is all in capital markets, so happy to try my best to answer any rocks questions later. Always happy to offer follow-up with our technical team. We have a fantastic technical team that have been working this project for a couple of years. Part of the reason why I like Sun Summit and why I joined the company, great people and great projects go a long way. Our projects are located in the Toodoggone, which is one of the hottest districts in Canada right now, arguably in the world. And I think BC is a fantastic place to be in the mining industry right now. It seems like we have a provincial government that's very bullish, very positive. I know our mines minister was down in Beaver Creek a couple of weeks ago promoting mining in British Columbia. We've seen the Premier of British Columbia attend mine openings and speak very publicly about advancing and expanding projects in this province. So that's very positive. That's a great backdrop. The JD project is our flagship project that I'm going to talk about today after I get through these forward-looking statements. So we do have, that is our flagship. We do have a project in central BC that is an 800,000 ounce resource. Our market cap today is just under 50 million. So you can value us on an EV per ounce basis, and I'd argue we're trading below replacement cost. So the valuation is still very favorable here. We've got 25,000 hectares up in the Toodoggone, which is on the east side of the Bowser Basin across from the Golden Triangle. Eric's correct, we did a 10 million private placement back in May. And I want to talk about that for a minute because in many ways, Sun Summit has been around for many years, but there's a lot of new things that have happened in the last 1 or 2 years. I joined in January. More importantly than that, the company optioned the JD project in 2023, and last year was our first drill season. We did 2,500 meters of drilling. We then raised 10 million this May. When I arrived, the company's market cap was around 6 million. We had about $1 million of cash left and 20 million of work commitments that we had to deal with over the next 5 years on the project. So we needed to be aggressive and recapitalize the company. We actually raised, to Eric's point, 150% of the market cap, which I can say I've seen very few times in my career. But we did it in order to be able to be aggressive and spend on the project, and that's what we've done. We've done over 5,000 meters of drilling to date this summer. We hope to do another 500 to 1,000 meters before the weather turns on us. And that'll take a big bite out of the work commitments that we have. So the company went from being upside down and a 6 million market cap to, by the end of this season, only about 12 million of remaining work commitments over the next 4 years to earn to 100% ownership on JD. In addition, our market cap is now close to 50 million. So things are going in the right direction. This is a quick look at where the Toodoggone is located. You certainly don't have to take my word for it. I listened to Jim Lang from AMARC give a terrific talk at PDAC explaining that the rocks in the Toodoggone are the same as the Golden Triangle, but just separated by this Bowser Basin and historically underexplored. It's remote and expensive. I would call that the only drawbacks of being there. Otherwise, the mineralization is very interesting. This is a look at the Toodoggone, and we are right smack dab in the middle. You can see our two projects, JD and Theory, to the northwest. Our neighbors immediately to the west are Thesis Gold, to the south and east TDG. You can see AMARC and then Centerra anchoring the district with the Kemess mine, which was a past producer doing over 3 million ounces of gold and over 1 billion pounds of copper. Market caps of the company around us have increased significantly. Last spring when I got here, the market cap of the area was about 300 million, excluding Centerra. Now it's over 1 billion. Our market cap today just shy of 50 million, and our neighbors are trading at 400 million plus. So we think over time, if we can prove up a multi-million ounce gold deposit here, which I'm confident we can, that's how our market cap catches up, and that's how we create a lot of value for shareholders. It may be expensive to drill there, but if we invest tens of millions and create hundreds of millions of value, I think everyone will be very pleased. Maybe I should just back up, if I can, for 1 second here. What's interesting to note in this area is the amount of capital that's been invested in the Toodoggone in 2025. We saw Centerra make a 24 million investment into Thesis for a 9.9 position. We saw Skeena invest in TDG and then participate in a follow-on. Freeport obviously has that fantastic joint venture with AMARC, and they've had terrific results, and also invested in Finlay. So we remain kind of the last standalone company without a big corporate strategic partner. I think that's all opportunity that's right ahead of us. The net of all that, including the 10 million that we raised, is 100 million of capital has been raised in the Toodoggone this year. That's going to create a lot of news flow in the area, and I think that that should float all the boats. This is zooming in on the JD project, which is our flagship. We have a 5-year permit in place. As I said, we've done over 5,000 meters of drilling this summer to date. We hope to get to 5,500 plus before we run out of time. This area is characterized by epithermal gold-silver deposits, but the whole district is underlain by large copper-gold porphyries. We have potential for both on our property. Either one of those would be a company maker, and if we're lucky enough to have both, I think there's an enormous amount of upside here. This is a quick look at what we call the Creek to Fin corridor, this 4-kilometer corridor where we've had some good historic drilling on the Fin zone to the east. We did 2,500 meters in 2024 at Creek and at Fin, and there's all kinds of great multi-ounce rock and soil samples along that corridor in between. So this deposit has legs. I want to talk about this fantastic drill hole, the first drill hole we put out this year, hole number 7, 78 meters of 3.7 grams. That would have been a great drill hole 20 years ago. So those are fantastic grades in an environment where, for instance, Barrick Gold has an average reserve grade of 0.9 grams per ton. So that's terrific grade and characterizes this deposit. We located a second rig and a crew, which was half a miracle, and we have a second drill rig following up on hole 7 right now. So we are drilling at Creek and at Fin today, following up on this great hole. What's also interesting about this hole is not just that 78 meters at 3.7 grams, which is terrific. That mineralization started 30 meters downhole, so it's also shallow. And I should give good credit to our one of our geos, Chris Leslie, who I call Dr. Tudagon, mostly behind his back. He's been working in this area for 20 years and certainly has unfinished business on the JD project. He annotated a 50-meter section of core here, and what you can see is that the mineralization is quite consistent. So this is not smearing. You know, these deposits are characterized at kind of 1 to 2 grams gold and then punctuated by high-grade intercepts. This is another side look of the JD project. The hole that we pulled this year, hole number 7, is not the only good result we've had. Last year, in our first drill campaign at JD, our hole number 4, which was 75 meters away from hole 7, pulled 122 meters at 2.1 grams, and hole 5, which was 100 meters from hole 7, was 57 meters at 2.7. So there's something happening here. We're very excited to keep following this up. We have 20 additional drill holes to come out between now and December or January, depending on how quickly things come back from the lab. So lots of good news flow to come. We also completed 20 line kilometers of IP this year and over 2,000 rock and soil samples. So a lot of learnings coming from this year, and we're in a great position to keep this going into 2026 and beyond. I'm going to flip through all the rest of these just to get to Fin here. We are drilling at Fin right now. There's been a lot of historic drilling here. This property's gone through multiple hands over the last 50 years before Sun Summit got the project back under option in 2023. And you can see here again, characterized similar to the Creek Zone, where you've got mineralization at very good grades and also very shallow. This is a quick look here as I'm running out of time at the 12-kilometer porphyry trend, and inside that we've identified an 8.5 by 2 kilometer anomalous zone. We did poke a couple of holes into an area called Bell South, where we had coincidental mag chargeability and resistivity highs. So we'll have some news coming from there as well. Very quickly here, just to finish off, our market cap is about 50 million today. We're in a very good position to raise additional capital. The capital raise we did back in May set us up for great work this year. We have $15 million worth of warrants in the money right now, so this cap table will clean up itself. And ultimately, that would be enough capital if it came in today to fund us all the way through to 100% ownership at JD. So this is a company that we've had a lot of positive changes over the last year, and I think there's more to come.